Hey, it's real nice to see you today. Welcome to this episode of Barlow BBQ. Now, I know you're already thinking, air fryer doesn't sound like barbecue to me, and you're right. But you know what? This is my channel, it's a new year, and we're gonna expand our horizons just a little bit. But I promise you, we're gonna keep doing barbecue videos. We're gonna keep smoking, grilling, all those good things. So listen, Martha's got a great recipe for you today. She's gonna show you how to put together some crispy pork wontons. It's gonna be really good. So without any further ado, let's get started.
Well, alrighty, it's a beautiful day to air fry outside, wouldn't you say? So we're gonna start off with just shy of a pound of pork. Now I swear this is gonna make more wontons than you're ever gonna wanna fold. So maybe half the recipe, but today, and we're writing it for about a pound of pork. So here it is, ground pork, not sausage. We're gonna add some scallions. I diced up some hot pepper. If you don't wanna use this, I used a long hot. You could use jalapeno or a little bit of habanero, or just omit that. Whole lot of cilantro. If you don't like cilantro, hey, leave it out. And I've got some ginger here. Now I've been using the Lazy Woman's ginger. I've been getting it at Walmart in the freezer section, but hey, this is pretty cool. You open it up and look, they're like little pouches here, and you pop it out just like a little pill. So I defrosted that, and that's what I'm using here. Some garlic, soy sauce, rice vinegar, sesame oil, and I'm using just a dash of this 5-spice powder. It's a little licoricey, and some fresh black pepper. Okay, now I'm going to stir that all together. Now the best way to do that, honestly, is with your hands. So I'm going to glove up and just kind of toss it all together. Whole bag gloves. All right, this is all ready for us to make some wontons. Okay, it's time to make some wontons, or at least this step. So I'm using these wonton wraps, and look, you can also make ravioli with these. Pull them out. Now you don't want to leave these sitting out too long because they're just going to dry out and get cruddy. Just kind of pull them out. So we're just going to do, we'll do 4 just for you to see, and then I'm going to scurry off camera and do the rest real quick. There they are. It's 4 of those, right? So you're just going to wet the corners of these, and that's going to help them seal. Don't go overboard. You don't want to like just douse this thing with water. You're just wetting the edges. Right, just like that. Okay, and then we're just going to, on one side each, we're just going to put a little spoonful of this sausagey stuff. Now I always overfill them, so maybe you won't make that mistake. And you're just putting a scant teaspoon of stuff in there. And then we're going to just fold it over like that and seal the edges. And you just want to seal like a little bit of the edges. See, just like that. And then just kind of flatten it so the meat fills the rest. And then just give it another little push. Just like that. See, and I got a little bit of blowout right over here. I'm just going to decide not to care about that. I'll do the other ones. And the reason why I want you to push the meat out to as far out to the side as possible is because everywhere the meat is going to be slower to brown. So if you have a whole lot of unfilled edges, those are going to get super brown and maybe burn. So you don't want to do that. Perfect. This is a great recipe to do with a friend, so you can have somebody else do this part. Here we are. Now if you wanted to do like the traditional wonton, which we're not going to do because I find that it just doesn't brown as well, you would just bring these up here just like this and cross him over. See, there he is. But we'll fry him anyway, just so you can see what happens. And here's another one. Whoops, a little blowout. Who cares? It's still going to be delicious. All right, great. We're going to go inside and go do the rest of these, and I'll meet you back here by the air fryer and we'll get to frying. All right, here they are. Now, I only made half of the wontons. This recipe will make about 2 dozen. We have a dozen here, and I think that's about all our air fryer will hold. So I'm gonna put these in the fridge to hang out while I make a little dipping sauce. Okay, here's all the ingredients for our sauce, and you'll see some familiar characters here. We got about 1.5 tablespoons of fresh ginger. We're gonna add some soy sauce to that, some rice vinegar, some sesame oil, garlic, all of that garlic in there, a little bit of honey, we're just going to whisk this all together. Try not to slap it all over the counter or the table. Just add some scallions. Okay, this is ready. Now you could add some crushed red peppers in there if you want it to be a little bit spicy, but I'm going to leave it just as is. So we're going to set this aside and we're going to turn on our air fryer and get to frying. Okay folks, it's air frying time. Let's check out this machine, our droid unit that we have. We have the Power XL. I don't know how many quarts this thing is. We've had it for over a year and a half, maybe 2 years, a really long time. And it's got a basket in here. Now, if you have a big family, you probably want a bigger one of these guys, but this is great for a family of 2. So here we go. We're going to press the power button, right? And we're going to cook this at 370. If you can see that 370, we're just going to press power because we're going to heat it up. If you listen carefully, you can hear it. I'm going to add some extra minutes onto this sucker just to give us a little leeway. So there, it's up to 25 minutes, and at the 20-minute mark, we can throw in our wontons. Speaking of wontons, here's ours. Now I'm going to put a little hole in the top of each one. This is my theory that that'll help it get crispier. Right? And then we're going to spray it with a little bit of oil. Give them a good solid coat. And then I'm just sprinkling the tops with a little mixture of black pepper, turbinado sugar, and just a pinch of salt. And this is my theory that this will help them brown up in the middle where the meat is, because that tends to stay a little white and be crispy all over. And boy, does it look nice on there. If you wanted to get real fancy and you had some, you could put some sesame seeds in here. That would be lovely. Let's get that. Flip them over and do the other side. Here. And some more of our black pepper and sugar mixture. I'm going to try to get that mostly in the middle and not so much on the edges because they're going to brown up real fast anyway. All right, these are ready and we're just waiting for our air fryer now. I'll meet you back there when it's ready. Okay, looks like it's air frying time, so we're just going to open this sucker up, and I like to give it a little extra spray on the bottom as well. Okay, and we're just going to put these guys in there. I don't know if we can see that from with the shadow, but they're in there. Now these are going to overlap a little bit, and I'm just going to decide that that's just fine. Okay, and then we're going to put them in. And in about 5 minutes, we're going to open up that drawer and give them a flip. See you in 5. Okay, let's see what's going on in this air fryer. Ooh, we're going to come out in the sun. Ooh, these are looking swell already. So I'm going to flip them all. And in they go again for another 5 minutes. See you in 5. Alrighty, it's been another 5 minutes. Let's see what's going on in here. Woo-wee. Putting these in the sunlight so you can see how great they look. And we're just going to flip them over again, cook them for another 5 minutes, and I think that these guys are done. And when you're flipping these guys, see these, if it's kind of white, put those ones toward the top. Because really it's only going to heat the top part because the element's at the top, so nothing's happening at the bottom. So if you need to pull some of those to the top, little raw guys, do that and spin them around. And then just throw them in again until they're ready to go. All right, I'll see you in 5 minutes, and I think we'll be ready to take them out and do a little taste test. Okay, it's been about 5 more minutes. Let's take a look at these guys. Bring this out into the light so you can see. Now you see how they're kind of dry, tossing around in there, and all nice and golden. These guys are done. So total cooking time for this air fryer was 20 minutes. Now yours might be less time or it might be more time. You just gotta hang out and watch it. Come and check it every 5 minutes or so. All right, we're gonna plate these up and have a taste test. These smell amazing.
Well, all right, we got our first air fryer video officially in the books. How's it feel, huh?
Feels great.
I hope you guys at home are gonna dig it. We're gonna do some more air fryer videos, but we really love our air fryer.
We do. If you don't have one, you should just get one.
Yep. But as for these, let's try out these wontons. These look great.
Super crispy.
Seems like they're gonna be real crispy. Let's try a bite. Mm-hmm.
Mmm.
I know you at home can hear that crunch.
Mm-hmm.
That was real good.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a nice little sweetness
Mm-hmm.
from a little of that sugar that you used. Mm-hmm.
Yep, that made a real nice little kind of glaze
Very good.
on the outside, crisping right up.
I'm gonna do a Seinfeld double dip here.
If you're married, it's not double dipping.
I love the pork in there.
Mm-hmm.
Got just a nice little bit of spice.
Mm-hmm. I really like this sauce. It's so fresh and delicious and just kind of sweet.
It's really good. Yeah.
Goes really well with the wontons.
Hey, we're gonna have a recipe for all this stuff right down below in the description box for this video, so check it out if you want to try this out at home. And like I said, we're gonna start doing some more air fryer videos, so we'll be here for you.
And don't worry, we'll still be smoking.
We're gonna still be smoking, y'all.
Speaking of which,
we really thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We appreciate it, and we love you. And until next time,
smoke them if you got them.
that's right, y'all.
Bye-bye.
Bye.